Yo guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today we talk about guitar touch technique 2. For those who don't know what that is, it's stuff like this. In fact, we are talking exactly about this. The sense of this course is to take it from zero to hero in this specific technique where you basically play like a piano player on the guitar, and one of the main challenges is your right hand or your picking hand if you're lefty, because that hand is not used to play on the fretboard, it's used to do the picking. And so this hand has to be developed, and all your progress always falls behind the abilities of your right hand or left hand if you're a lefty. And today we're going to talk about this and play a little melody if it comes out well. And so on. That will be the goal at the end, that you can play both hands independent from each other. And that's quite a challenge if you don't know any kind of piano technique. Well, I had the advantage that I am a pianist, so for me it was not a brainer, but I want to help you guys to also get there. So let's get started. Yo, as already said, the main problem is that your picking hand, I will talk about the right hand, now your right hand is not used to play on the fretboard, and so it's technically way behind your left hand. But since you want to be able to play more complex melodies, you need to start to develop your right hand. And the best way to do it is with technical exercises, and we start with the really basic ones. And with the touch technique, it works a little bit different. And one of the main problems is that your pinky is always the weak finger, and that one is of course not developed at all. So we want to skip this for the beginning and just play a pentatonic pattern here. And we take pentatonic pattern 3 here. We're playing something in A minor. With the left hand, we're just playing an A5 chord, like so. The A and then the power chord is the baritone. And now I want to play this pentatonic pattern 3, which you probably already know. Here with your right hand, and it's basically the same technique if you would play it with hammer on pull-off technique, and you need to first learn this. So hammer on is really simple, you just hammer. So 10, 12, 10, 12, 10, 12. Now 9, 12, and here we have to use the pinky. 10 and 13, pinky again, 10, 12. And upwards is not a problem because hammer on and pull off is more challenging. It's the same technique as with the left hand, but with the fingering you can do it downwards with ring finger, index, pinky, index, and maybe here ring, index. And ring, index is probably more easy. Okay, and so you just start with this, and of course you need to first build up your hard skin on the fingers. Gonna hurt at the beginning, and when you do stuff like this, already start doing try to work on the expression. So if you play you can also play longer. Also try to work on your vibrato as you did with your left hand. Because when you play a melody later, you want to make it sound nice, so okay, so that's quite a task. Now we want to also need to, since we're playing both hands together, we also need to start working with the so-called synchronization, so that left and right hand go match to each other. And one of the main problems is, since we have a regular guitar with 6 strings, we play 3 strings here, and so basically there are only 3 other strings free, but we also want to have those low ones. So one method is just play the chord first and then play the melody. So 1, 2. And as you can hear, you keep the chords on let ring position as long as possible to get a full orchestral sound. And now let's do a little progression. We go to G. Let's do this here. We make this little melody. So already sounds quite nice. You already can start to build up a little tune. You start with. Also work on your left hand. Just a little tip, but we're doing right hand today. Just try to make, you know, a stable rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now the melody. 1, 2. And as you can hear, I don't have any effects here. You can make a more orchestral sound if you like, add a delay. Let me quickly do that. Now we add, where's the delay? Here, now we have a delay, and this sums up and makes it more. On piano you have a pedal, a sustain pedal, and here we don't have a sustain pedal, so we can sustain the sound with the delay. It's really cool. Now let me switch it off again. You also need to learn to play scales, because with you're going to play more melodic stuff, and therefore you also need to learn the full scale, and there you need, unfortunately, you need the pinky more. So let's do the A minor scale here in this position, which will be this here. Always try to make it sound nice with the vibrator. Or also, just at the end, we'll do the vibrato only on the long notes, but that you already start to learn and practice doing vibrato with each finger in each position. It's really important that you have a really nice expression. And back. Now we can do the same again with before, a little melody. Let's do this one. Same rhythm, but now we don't have the problem that the strings interfere. See, now we have the complete orchestral sound. Let's switch on the delay again to get the full sensation of this really wide orchestral sound. Sounds really nice. If you think the sound is too thin, I prefer this, playing it on the bridge pickup. But if you want to have a more warm and fat sound, you can go on the neck pickup. Therefore, then you have a more fat sound on the top strings, but has a disadvantage when you go like one of the main problems when you go down to the F. It's when you play it a little bit loud, then you have a really strong, how you call the distortion, because it's too low. Well, it's up to you, and I mean that's these two positions. What I would not recommend playing on both pickups at the same time. Choose either one or each other to get, or you can also switch in between, if you want to have it the really high notes sounding nice and thick, then you have this, and when you want to have then you have stuff like this. Yo guys, that was Guitar Touch Technique 2. First steps with the right hand. As I said, the main problem is your right or your picking hand is way behind the technical abilities of your other hand, and you need to close this gap, and this really takes time. I can tell because I remember when I switched to this technique, the beginning was really tough because you didn't have the abilities here the same as here. Even I knew from piano playing, all the tricks to do a proper synchronization. The main task was to get your, also that you get the nice tone and all that stuff. And that really takes time. So keep it easy and enjoy the ride. Don't push it too hard, but still just keep it on with regular practicing, and then it will get better, and then you can start to enjoy this technique. It's really cool, and it's really worth doing it, or whatever, wait. That was. Sorry, I missed the second chord. That was Georgia on my mind. You can play a lot of cool tunes just like this. And the main topic is right hand technique, and here we had a first start. Good. I made some tabs of these exercises for you. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Please join there. There's also the course, the full course there, which is starting now. And if you love this, please support it with a premium membership, because the work, even the video is free, the work has to be paid somehow, and with a premium membership you support the work here and keep the whole thing going. And the course will be going on, and you learn this really unique technique, and it's fun once it works, and it's not so hard as you might think. The main problem, as I said, is the right hand, and we started this topic today. Good. Me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye.